If you've been following Canadian politics, the Conservatives have been above the Liberals by over 10 points for almost 2 years. That is not the case anymore. Incredible developments are happening.
There are new polling numbers out today. What do they say about the gap between the Conservatives and Liberals?
Well, Renee, we're certainly seeing some of that political momentum in this latest round of polling. Just 1 point separating the Conservatives and the Liberals. This is a significant shift that we have seen over the past 6 weeks. If you go back a month ago, it was...
Trump winning was such a gift to Canadian Liberals. I cannot believe it. I mean, on one level, I can. When Justin Trudeau, a few years ago, I'm like, is this guy ever going to lose? He seemed to like have a spell cast over Canadians, but he's out, Carney's in, Trump's in, the tariffs. It's like the Canadian Liberal Party was reborn. I mean, I don't think Canadians are honestly going to vote Conservative ever, actually.
A 16-point gap between the Conservatives and the Liberals. The last round of polling was at about 2.5 points. We are seeing a tightening in the race, but there are a couple crucial caveats in this. First off, the polling stopped on March 7th. That was prior to Mark Carney officially becoming the Liberal leader. How that changed and eventually Prime Minister...
I mean, I cannot believe that. In the middle of a housing crisis, a flat economy that's been essentially flat for a decade, Conservatives only get 36%. That's basically the party that would be like the viable alternative to what is happening. NDP left, I mean, PPC, I suppose, but they get 2%, so you can vote for them, but it's more of like a protest vote.
Minister, how that change impacts the polling is one thing to watch, especially given, as you were just talking about with Scott, the impact of these Trump tariffs. That has become the top polling issue, according to Nanos. For Canadians, jobs is a close second because those two are so tied together. And the response to that has become a key defining factor, not just of the Liberal leadership race, but of politics in Ottawa as we turn our eyes to...
I mean, Canadians are so brainwashed to just dislike Americans. I can't. Number one issue, the tariffs. What about the fact the average home price across Canada is like $700K? If you're in Toronto or Vancouver, it'd be either $1 million or above.
A potential national election as well. And in the response to that, Justin Trudeau has been front and center. And as he's been responding, we've seen his personal favorability soar. He has become as likable as he has been in the past 12 months, setting a 12-month high. That response is really quite telling. And so the question then becomes, how do you separate this Liberal polling, this closing of the gap?
Again, what a gift Donald Trump winning in America was for Canadians. Canadian Liberals. What a gift. This is incredible. And then Trudeau switches out for Carney. It's like they just like that Men in Black thing. They just like shown it on so many Canadian voters. Forget the last 10 years. Trump is bad. Now Liberals, boom, insane.
From the Trump tariffs and Justin Trudeau's increase in favorability, how much is it attributable to Justin Trudeau, how much of it is attributable to the international situation, and how much is attributable to Mark Carney? Obviously, all three are playing a factor, and so as we move forward in polling, that's going to be the key thing to watch. Do we see a shift in these numbers? Do we see a new trend once Mark Carney takes...
Look, this guy's doing a good job, but I've been watching more American media lately. Canadian media is so monotone. American media is all shouting at each other.
Over officially, once he's not just Liberal leader, but Prime Minister, when he's the person fronting tariff press conferences and we enter an election campaign, how does this start to switch? That's the thing that most people are going to be looking for. Certainly if you're a conservative strategist, that's what I would be watching is this.
Okay, so I'm going to finish the video there. I mean, pretty bland, but just that polling information is frankly amazing. It's just, I cannot believe it. If I had to guess right now, I would honestly say Mark Carney and the Liberal Party is going to win. If the Canadian voter can be swayed this quickly after all the housing challenges, all the economy challenges, I don't think that's good news for the Conservatives. I also think Poilievre is going to have to figure out a way to get the narrative back. His like political strategy against Carney so far has not worked. In the media, it's tariff, 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 Trump, 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 and then Carney has basically stolen the narrative, I'd say, from Poilievre. So we'll see what happens. But with that said, thank you for watching. Like and subscribe. Have a great day.